This is my 1935 Morris 8. It was delivered in New Zealand in 1936, and it was used by its first owner from 1936 until it was last registered in 1948. From 1948 it was sold to an Australian resident who kept the car from 1948 until 1956. From 1956 the car was only stored in a barn for about 35 years. After 35 years, the car was sold to another owner, which then had the car mechanically restored, like the brakes, bearings, radiator, the generator, and other electrical system miscellaneous. The engine was kept original, untouched, and opened until today. The engine will not be needing an overhaul because it's still in good nick, although it's already blowing a blue smoke, which indicates a worn out piston rings, but I will leave it as it is just to maintain its originality. The car is called a sliding head saloon, and it's got a two-door on it, which is considered a luxury back in 1935. Everything on the car is kept original. The paint is almost all original. The only thing that's not original on the car's paint is the engine hood, because when I got the car, it's got a surface rust, and thus it was primed, and I've just painted a black lacquer on it just so to make it uniform. But other than that, the car's exterior paint is still its factory original. We will open the hood so that I can show you the hood, but first we will have to close the front windshield because it's open at the moment. So all you have to do is unscrew the windshield and then closing it. As you can see, the interior is still got its original green leather car hide, factory fitted. Nothing's been touched, nothing's been changed. What you see here was still all factory fitted. The car currently has 50,000 miles on the clock. The carpet's a bit worn out, but I think that's okay for a car this age. The floors doesn't have any rust because it's made of timber. Now we will try and show you the engine. As you can see, it's got two locks at the side and it opens upwards. So you can see the engine is still its original flathead side valve engine. Electric fuel pump. Still got its 6-volt electrical system on it. Still has its original jack, which I'm assuming is a very hard thing to find. Other tools that are in here, I'm assuming are its original tools at the time. There, as you can see, it's flathead. It doesn't have a water pump, which indicates that it's being cooled via gravity. Now we will try and crank the engine via manual crank. As you can see, it's got that manual handle cranking handle in place. Now to manual crank it, we first have to switch the electrical system on. Lagi sandali. We will first try and open the switch on the electrical system.